Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel with your boy Weenix for another episode of Inazuma 11 Victory Road. So, today we're going to be following on some subscriber requests, and specifically we're going to be going through my Victory Road team as of right now. Obviously, when more information comes out, we'll adjust accordingly, but for now, this is my team that I'll kind of go into. Is it Chronicle mode, I think it is? That's what we'll go into Chronicle mode with. So obviously this is subject to change, so let's go. First of all, let's change the formation, alright? First things first, let's change the formation. So for me personally, this is the optimal formation. I quite like the idea of having 3 strikers up top. I guess you could class them as wingers as well. But I like the idea of having a central striker and then 2 strikers left and right. I think it just provides a bit of variety and the ability to kind of space out across the field. So that's what we're going to go with. And then we kind of have 4 in the middle. I think this allows you to kind of shift between offense and defense quite easily without ever feeling like, oh, okay, I've got no defenders, even though we've got 3. And I think when you actually see the team in totality, you'll kind of agree and say, you know what, I can understand why he's gone with this formation. It seems pretty balanced. So yeah, we're going to have 4 in midfield, 3 in defense, and then obviously, standard. So let's get a cheeky emblem going as well. I mean, the emblem for me, I think probably the best emblem so far in the series is 0. So we're going to go with that. All right, coach. Well, it is Victory Road. So we have to go with Mr. Sasanami Unmei, right? And look, guys, I'm just going to be honest with you, right? I am a sub stan, right? I watched all of Inazuma 11 in sub, okay? I didn't watch it in dub. I know the games are dubbed, but let's be honest, the sub names are just way better, right? Okay, so if you don't like it, argue with me in the comments, okay? All right, so let's go. First one, we're going to go with the GOAT, Endo. It's do I need to say more? I want the GOAT in net, okay? There's no discussions. I don't want to hear anything else. We're having the GOAT in net. I want God Hand V, Omega the Hand, God Catch. Mate, that's all I need in my life. Just being able to use all of those moves. Ichigen the Hand, Seiji no Tekken, which is I forgot what Seiji no Tekken is, but hey, you know what moves I'm talking about. It slaps. Right, so our central defender. Are you guys ready for this? So we're going all the way back to Season 3 of Inazuma 11. And where are we going? The Empire. Teres, right? I know he only had 1 defensive move and it was Iron Wall, but it slapped. He's such an underrated character in terms of like, I thought he stood out. I thought he stood out as a really great defender, and I just want him on my team. I don't think he gets enough love, so he's on my team. Right. And the next, once again, I think this player is from Season 3, yep. And we're having Tobitaka. I know he's a bit of a crowd favourite, everyone loves him, but he's also solid, right? Shinkuma is a fucking slapper of a move, okay? What an amazing move. I like his character design, and just generally I think he deserves to be one of my defenders on my team. And the next, it couldn't be a Victory Road team without Kisoji, alright? This cool, calm, collected boy is going to have some sick moves. I'm telling you right now, if he doesn't have at least 2 sick defensive moves, I'll quit. I'll quit being a YouTuber in general, because I can guarantee you he's going to slap. Right. So that is our defensive line. Pretty easy. I think that's pretty good. If you think you've got a better defensive line than that, tell me in the comments, because I doubt it. Right. And then to still go on the defensive vibe, let's go here, Hakuren. We're going to slap in Fubuki, right? Now, this is his defensive version, right? That's what I'm expecting. So we're talking, Ice Ground, his dribble moves, and probably, I don't know, like spinning cut or something. But yeah, we're having him in defense as well. He provides like that still defense, but obviously he can push up. if he needs to blast out an eternal blizzard, we can do it. It's pretty easy. Right, now on the left, we got a fan favorite here. Now ignore where I'm getting these players from, right? Because I think this site is a bit different in the way in which they decide to... Right, who am I going with here? It's Teikoku. Right, okay. So we're going with Kazamaru, right? Left-hand side. Technically, he's a defender, but I mean, I class him as a midfielder all the way up to a winger, really. But yeah, I mean, Fujin no Mai, Flurry Dash. He's got some shoot moves as well, and Whirlwind Drop. Yeah, so I just kind of want him on my team. He's one of my favorite characters, no doubt about that. Right, and then on the right, there we go. Right, and then on the right we've got Kido. I mean, I'm literally not going to say much. He is the general of the field. That's what we call him, right? Just an absolute solid player all round. You know his moves, Death Zone, Illusion Ball, all that good stuff. Right. And then, who are we going to have as our top midfielder? Now, my assumption is that Endo Haru is a midfielder, right? I don't think he'll be a defender. I just think, you know, it's better for the story for him to be a midfielder or a forward. But I don't think he'll be a forward. I think he's going to be a midfielder. So I'm going to have Haru here as my offensive midfielder, right? And then on the left, we're going to have another GOAT of the forward position, Hiroto. What a friggin' beast. Number one, character design, phenomenal. Moves, Tenku Otoshi, might be my favourite move in the entire Inazuma 11 series. So I'm not even going to say too much about him because I think he's just goated. I think he's actually one of the most goated characters in the series. In fact, all three of my strikers are goated, okay? Next, the next goated boy, right? Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Where is he? He better be here. No, he's not. You know what? We're just going to steal him from Go. Tsurugi, right? Every single goddamn move that this man has is absolutely, and I mean absolutely phenomenal. We're talking Death Sword as one of the first moves that we saw in Go. Phenomenal. Then he went and did Death Drop, and that was even more phenomenal. And then I thought, alright, okay, sick. They've just come up with two sick individual moves. It can't get any better than this. And then they bring out fucking Devil Burst, alright? That move was, oh mate, I remember watching that the first time. I think I fell out my chair. It looks so sick. I was like, how has Hino done this, right? Devil Burst is a phenomenal move. I think I have something for like moves where the player's basically doing like a super exaggerated bicycle kick. Because it's the same thing with Tenku Otoshi, right? It's technically a backflip. Oh, well, not backflip. And then finally, my favourite character in this entire goddamn series, alright? If I can actually find him. Don't know why he's not here. Have I clicked on the wrong thing here? No, he's in Go. That's why I can't find him. My favourite character in the entire series is Shu. Okay? I don't want to hear anything in the comments. Shu is by far the best character Hino ever created. Just look at him. He's got this like innocence, but also like he's just got such a commanding presence. Black Ash is a phenomenal looking move, alright? Just his whole demeanour, the story, the backstory behind Shu. I love everything about it. My favourite character in the entire series. Hands down. I'll argue with anyone any day. Right, now let's speed through the subs. Okay, so we're going back to third season of Inazuma 11. We're going down to Little Gigant. Obviously, if you're going to have Mark, you've got to have the other goalkeeping goat, Tamashi the Hand, God Hand X, which might be honestly one of the coolest looking save Hisatsu still. So we're going to go with Rokoko. Next, I've got a bit of a surprising one, I guess. Okay, so for this, we're going back to Go. I'm pretty sure he's from Go anyway. Kageyama Hikaru. Simply for one move and one move only. Do you know what that move is? Let me remind you about Kote Penguin 7. Also known as Emperor Penguin 7. Mate, this move when I first saw it was phenomenal, right? How do you get better than the other Emperor Penguin moves? I know, you just make 7 fucking penguins flying through the air and every single one of them is a colour of the rainbow. That shit slapped. It looks so good. Just for that move and that move only, Hikaru, goated. Straight on my team. Right, next. So we've got goalkeeper, another forward. So now we have my next defender. My final defender on the team, actually. Hikaru. Once again, simply for one move. Hunter's Net, phenomenal. I thought that was a great defensive Hisatsu. And the way they incorporated it as well as his character in Inazuma 11 Go, I was all for it. Okay? Next, we have... Now, this might be a bit of a controversial one, okay? I'm aware this is going to be controversial. So, don't hate me, right? Just accept it for what it is. If you guys can accept it, we can all move on with our day, okay? Hikaru. I have a big thing for Inazuma 11 moves that are kind of planetary based, okay? Now, his colour aesthetic is blue. Blue is my favourite colour, so that matches up as well. But then, like, one of the big things for me is just 2 of his moves, right? So we've got Blue Stardust, which, if you guys haven't seen the animation for Blue Stardust or you've forgotten, go and look at that again and tell me that isn't the best Hisatsu animation in the entire game. That looks sick. And then obviously he has a shoot Hisatsu called Planet Break, and that's phenomenal. And then last but not least, the brother of Hiroto is, if I can find him, if I remember where he is, Kira. Kira, like, I think from the first time that, you hear about Hiroto and his backstory, right? And you find out he was, adopted, he was like kind of like a replacement for someone, and that was all you heard. And then eventually, when Inazuma 11 Aries and Orion comes out and you actually get to see the original brother, obviously in an alternate Inazuma 11 universe, it was sick, right? And then he has moves like Penguin the God and Devil. That was, once again, like, I've already told you with Hikaru that I liked Emperor Penguin 7, but Penguin the God and Devil, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I have nothing to say bad about, number 1, his character, and number 2, that Hisatsu, phenomenal. So guys, this is my team. And just to cap it off, we're going to go with a spicy name, alright? And the name we're going with, if I can actually spell, Infinite Dawn. That's it. There we go. I hope you guys enjoy this. If you've got any comments on how you could make this team better, or your additions, changes, or if you even want to kind of, link me what your team looks like, I'd be happy to check it out. I'm going to be smashing every single one of you online with this team, without a doubt. You're all going to lose, cry, and say, you know what, he really does have the most goated team in Inazuma 11 Victory Road. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. And if you've made it this far, guys, I'd really appreciate if you dropped a like and subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, peace.